Welcome, my name is Georges Verbena, and you clicked this video because the title of this video is "You're not in 5D, you're just psychotic." So I had this request from a person to make a video about the supernatural or paranormal realm and what happens actually when we go into a different realm. Does this actually happen? Like, is there such a thing as paranormal activities? Do we leave our body and go somewhere? Because of course there is this concept of 5D, 3D. So there's this assumption that somehow by elevating your awareness, you can leave this whatever, you can leave something and you can go to a better place. Or you don't have any problems, everything is always perfect, and nothing bad ever happens to you. Now, is that actually possible? Obviously, no. It's not possible if you believe that you can be free of suffering because you're more aware, then you are mentally ill. Yes, you are mentally ill because you cannot be free of suffering as long as you're in the body. People who tell you that you can be free of suffering, they're probably not people. They are robots because they left their body. The only way you can leave suffering is to leave the body, because the body suffers, not you. So if you say, yes, you are in 5D, you can be in 5D if you want, you can be in 12D, you can be in 25,000D if you want to, but as long as your body is here, you're suffering. Because your body creates sensations, impulses, that send a signal to your brain that say, oh, wait a second, something bad is happening, something, danger, threat, do something, protect me. There's many reasons for that. One reason is you got the reptile brain. So the reptile brain, which is a fight, flight, fawn response, freeze response brain, it detects a threat, then it reacts. So it fires off this reaction, and then you feel this reaction. So then you can say, yeah, but I'm in 5D, I'm not going to react. Yeah, you can choose not to react, but your brain keeps firing those neurons, so you are still suffering. Can you make the brain stop? Can you brainwash yourself to no longer have any reactions to anything? The answer is yes, you actually can. By dissociation. For dissociation and dissociative identity disorder, through other disorders like narcissism, whatever label you want to use, to simply refer to soul fragmentation or detachment, leaving your body, then yes, you can absolutely free yourself from suffering. But make no mistake, there is no other way. And no matter what spiritual guru tells you, no matter where you go to, whether you listen to Ram Dass being nobody delusion, or Esther Hicks to, go into the vortex, any of that nonsense, or positive thinking, just think positive, everything's going to be fine, you're only going to get positive experiences if you think positive, all of that nonsense, that garbage, that complete mentally psychotic nonsense, is only going to create a dissociative identity disorder. So this is a clinical term that is used. You don't have to use that term, but it's what I use because I think it's pretty appropriate, because it is simply the diagnosis of you meaning your identity, your sense of, I can sense a sensation in my body, so I am aware of a sensation. I can see there's a screen in front of me, like I'm talking to the camera, so I can see a camera. My senses tell me there's objects around me. My senses tell me I'm touching myself. My senses tell me what's going on. I'm interacting with physical reality. I am interacting. I am sensing. So, therefore, I am here. I am present with my body. If you are present with your body, you will suffer. If you say, no, 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 everything's going to be fine, always just being positive, always be in bliss, bliss is the only truth. When you're delusional, you're psychotic, and you need to go to therapy. You need help. You need what Carl Jung calls shadow work, because you're not dealing with your shadow. You're saying, no, it's negative, I don't want it. This is 3D. It's lower. It's below me. I'm above this. So you say you're better than this. So you say, I'm not really in a human body. It is a duality. I do not need to interact with Maya. So you claim that you are beyond Maya. So you have, in other words, a delusional, grandiose sense of self. So you are grandiose. We call this in German Größenwahnsinn. So if you believe that you have ascended to 5D and you no longer have to deal with 3D for whatever reason whatsoever, even if only for a moment, even if you claim you're only in 5D for 5 seconds, only 5 seconds of your miserable life, and I really say miserable quite consciously, because most of it is, for most people, it's quite miserable. So if you have a miserable life, you spend 5 seconds in 5D. Even that is delusional. Because you still have a body. 5 seconds you're leaving your body. If you're leaving your body, really, and you're really 5D, you're dead. You're dead. You're not here. So if not being here is your goal, as you know, there's many medications you can take. There's different weapons you can use. There's more than enough tools available to you to make that happen. But just thinking positive like Ram Das told me, to be nobody, to have a dissociative identity disorder, that's not going to get you into 5D. Okay, so that's being out of the way. That should make it very clear. And everybody who has a ego, and who says, but this is a duality, this is below me. When you're saying your own body is below you, because body is a dual construct, so body has to deal with duality, body has to eat, body has to shit, body has to fuck, body is animal. So you're like a robot, you're like a reaction machine. Oh, my neurons are firing, so now I'm getting triggered by this guy on the internet. Oh, look at him, he's so arrogant, he thinks he's better than me. Because he's telling me that I'm delusional. So that's your reaction, but you're a robot. So you're so predictable. I could predict that you call me arrogant. I could predict that you think I'm full of myself. Of course I'm full of myself. I am here. So my body is full of my soul. Are you full of yourself? If you're not full of yourself, you're mentally ill. You're damaged goods. Yeah, you need to be full of yourself. But of course, when you go around on the internet and you call these 3D people dealing with duality below me, and you say, "Oh, this person who calls me delusional for being in 5D better than him is so arrogant," you're a robot. You are. Of course, I don't need to insult you. I'm only doing this to make it very clear. It's so ridiculous, this concept is completely ridiculous. It's a joke. Who made this 5D? Psychotic. So, let's talk about this request that was made for me. So this person told me, I assume that everybody who is into shadow work is interested in these topics. For example, what about these experiences that I could not explain, that would be described as paranormal or supernatural, a miracle? I've had many miracles, but I don't feel like I have a handle on them, and sometimes I'm not even sure if they were intended by my unconscious or shadow or my higher self. Thank you very much. Yes, that's a very good question. So I got this request that there's many supernatural things happening to this person, but sometimes he's not sure if this is his shadow or his higher self. So how can you tell? So let's say, something supernatural happened to me yesterday. I visited a friend in a mental hospital. And once I left, as I entered the mental hospital, everything was clean at the door, like the entrance. But 1 hour later, after visiting, I left through the same door, and suddenly, in front of the door, there was a dead frog. A dead frog. So I was like, interesting. A sign. A message. So, of course, this is completely normal to get messages all the time. Doesn't matter if it's a dead frog, or if it's an entity visiting you at night, or if you see a white light. But if you see a white light, be careful, because it's a demonic entity. However, the thing is, most of the time, if something supernatural happens, we don't know what it means. So then our mind is like firing off all these explanations. Oh, this could mean this, and this could be that, could be that. The key is, don't listen to your monkey mind. It's like a robot. It's like a robot saying, it means that. It means that. Oh, it must mean that. It doesn't have to mean anything. Okay? Just say, don't know. How can you know every situation, everything that happens to you is unique? Of course, it's not completely unique, because everybody has situations. But, me coming out of a mental hospital, seeing the dead frog with one person and visiting that other person, it's a unique situation. That's never going to happen to me again. I might go somewhere and see a dead frog again, but it's in a different circumstance. So therefore, it's a different meaning. It's never going to be the exact same thing twice. So if you go on the internet and you check, what's the dream meaning? And they tell you, oh, it means you're going through a transformation. Okay, that's very vague. Oh, it means I'm going through, I made a mistake in the past and now I'm paying for it. That's more specific. But even that specific answer, is it really applying to you? To your specific situation? Because your situation is very specific. So how do you know what it means? Well, you need to learn correspondences. So every object in this reality corresponds to something. So I'm a human. In this body, this rotten robot, which is rotting every minute, that is ruled by the sign of Aquarius. So has a correspondence with the sign, has a correspondence to Uranus. That's why we're quite tall and we're bipedals. We look very weird creatures. If you look at humans, it's very strange. If you look at an animal is looking at you like, what is this? This bipedal, weird-looking monkey without hair. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Humans are fucking weird. So, of course, it's corresponding to Uranus, the sky god, because the sky thinks, so I'm better than you creatures on the low ground, and the animal consciousness. So humans think they're better than other animals. Yeah, so you have these correspondences that can explain a lot to you. That's what you're looking for. A crystal. Every crystal has a correspondence to something, like the amethyst behind me. Yeah. It's air element. And this crystal is water because it's blue. Purple is air. And then this labradorite crystal, it's also water because it's psychic, it's vision, because it reflects. And you can see the light inside of it. You can see yourself like a mirror. So a mirror is water. So water means memory. Memory means the past. The past is conditioning. Is trauma. It's healing. Shadow work. Anything that is occult, esoteric. So there's so many things you can use to interpret your miracles, your supernatural experiences. Not really supernatural, just natural things that happen to you. But of course you say it's supernatural, paranormal, because it's unusual. Because you haven't seen it before. Because you don't live very long. If you live only like a naked, furless monkey, robot, rotting every minute, and you're rotting for 100 years and then you're dead, doesn't give you very much time to figure out exactly what normal is. Yeah, you live around like a few years and then you see something unusual and say, oh, it's supernatural. Actually, you're just a robot. You missed it. You miss a lot of things. You're very unaware. You're very unconscious. So you're like, oh, with these blinders on. Literally, they make the science. They say, oh, you can only see a very small fracture of light into your brain. So you don't see much of reality. You don't see what's going on. So then you're like, oh, it's supernatural. Meanwhile, there's the 12th houser like me. Like I'm living and breathing in the occult realm. So I'm like, yeah, demonic entity is whispering into my ears again. This happens all the time. Happens all the fucking time. So, you're telling me that's supernatural? Super? Paranormal? No. Normal to me, paranormal to you. So, who defines, oh, it's a miracle? Is it really a miracle? So yeah, these are definitions we make up and we're trying to make sense of things. We categorize. And of course, that's what you need to do. You need to categorize what's happening to you. So when you say it's 5D, it's not 3D, it's so special. So then you say, yeah, I'm psychic. Yeah, maybe you are psychic. Everybody's psychic. I call myself psychic. Why wouldn't I? Oh, he's so arrogant. But I'm psychic. He's not. He's arrogant. So yeah, I'm psychic. You're psychic. Everybody's psychic. Some people are not aware that they're psychic. So they're just reacting to everything like monkeys. So how can they figure anything out? So I hope it should answer this question. It's strange. I just got a notification. It's like some weird glitch happened. But my life is still going. I just had a glitch that said, your life may be blocked because it contains sound or music that is unacceptable or something. It's very strange. So something paranormal just happened. Because it was never happened to me before. My life literally just got blocked for 5 seconds. It said that. So I have no idea if you're even watching this. Or if the life is even still going. Because this weird bug just happened. It doesn't make any sense. It never happened before. So, okay. Something paranormal just happened. So, what does it mean? I do not know. Do I need to know? Not really. But, yeah, it is interesting. I have no idea what that was about. For me, it's a correspondence. You can still see and hear me. When it was just a glitch. Fuck, I should have made a screenshot, yeah. But I just clicked it away. Because I'm a mercurial. I'm just like, I read it and I click it away. Just wipe it. Freaking unlucky. Anyways, the point of this video is 5D is made up concept. It's just like a label, like I know it's a bad example, but like borderline personality disorder, like narcissism, codependency. Oh, you're in 5D. So you no longer have to deal with narcissism, codependency, or anything of that. You are free. For 5 seconds that you're in this realm. Right. This is not logical. If you believe in 5D, you're not thinking logically. Oh, I am beyond logic. I am beyond logic. Okay, when you use your senses. What senses are you using? Oh, I don't need to explain myself. So you don't need to structure. You don't need to justify or rationalize anything. But when you make up a concept, 5D, and you claim, yeah, 5D, I just know it is. How do you know? How do you know it's 5D? Oh yeah, because they said if you're in unconditional love, if you're in bliss, if you're always positive, everything's always great, everything's fine, you're not suffering, you're in 5D. So if you're dissociated, you're in 5D. Congratulations. So, oh, you telling me I'm dissociated? I'm saying this very consciously. If you are completely 100% without anything negative, then maybe your body for 1 second, one miserable second of your life, miserable, is no longer firing sensations that you do not like. So there are sensations that you like, and there are sensations you don't like. And now you decided, because no longer you're experiencing sensations you don't like, you're in 5D. You're no longer in duality. Meanwhile, you're literally living and breathing duality by claiming you're no longer experiencing those nasty sensations that you don't want. So this is mentally psychotic. Yeah? This is dissociative identity split. Because you claim those sensations, I don't want them, I don't like them, they're negative. Or anger, no, anger or sadness, depression, hate, love, oh no, unconditional love, yeah. But not conditional love, or lust, what else is there? Desire, desire. Oh no, I desire, I want something. Heaven forbid you could actually experience a sensation of fire that frustrates you, so you're moved like a robot, which you are, to get the thing that your robot body is telling you to get. Heaven forbid it's in 3D. Oh no, we need to dissociate. Need to leave the body. The body is trying to control us. Yeah, but you are correct. The body is a robot. It's rotting every minute. It's miserable a lot of the time. Not all the time, no. But there was nasty sensations, anger, hatred, self-loathing, depression, loneliness you don't want to deal with. So you don't want to deal with your shadow. You're trying to avoid the shadow. You're like, get away from me, shadow work. Get away from me, healing. I'm already healed. I'm beyond. Ram does being nobody. I'm perfect. I'm blissful. I don't need anything. I'm counter-dependent. I'm independent, lone wolf person. I am meditating. I am delusional. So, since you're delusional, everything's fine, right? All your problems are solved. Don't need to suffer anymore. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. You told me you're in 5D, but your body is still firing those neurons. Your body still wants those things, still lusting, desiring. How can you shut it off? How can you tell the monkey mind, robot, animal, rotting corpse that you're in to stop? Do you know? Yeah, just think, love, and light, positive. That's going to fix it, right? Nonsense. No positive thinking is ever going to shut up your body. Like you're trying to, like a tyrant, you're saying, it's not acceptable, I don't like this. So you're telling yourself, your body, you're unconscious, I don't like you, I don't accept you, you're below me. So you're telling yourself, you're below yourself. You're pushing yourself down into, because it's 3D. So you're in your head, you're like the tyrant, you know, like you're on your pedestal, on your throne, with the crown, right? The crown chakra is online. So you're all up in the head, all the energy goes up here, because the feminine needs to be suppressed. The feminine is hurting me, it's chaotic, it's yin, it's contracted, it's negative, it's dark. So you're in your patriarchal, masculine, controller, tyrant, narcissistic, psychopathic split, trying to suppress the feminine. The body is rotting. Yes, I completely agree with you. This is miserable. But still have to deal with it. So you have to take responsibility. You can't just... If you're constantly pushing away your shadow is going to come after you. Like I always say, Saturn is coming for you. So you can look at this as a Saturn video, bringing you back into reality, back down, right down. Like God in the Bible, I know it's a bad example because the Bible is demonic, but like God in the Bible telling Lucifer, I am God. Yeah? And the ego said, I am God. So then God said, down to earth, on the ground. You thought you were the highest. But actually that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're telling your body, don't want you. Down. I'm in control, right? I'm in charge. Yeah, you're in control of yourself. But this, the monkey robot, are you even aware of a robot? Are you aware of your miserable life? Are you aware of how you're rotting every minute? Because your diet is subpar, you're eating God knows what. Are you aware of the rot it crosses in your veins? Are you aware of your relationships being dysfunctional, inauthentic? Because you're trying to push other people's shadow away, because what you push away in yourself, you're going to push away outside of you. So then your relationships are fake. Your friends don't really show you their darkness. So if they don't like you, they never show you. Because you're like, don't show me, you bad vibes, go away. So then you're complaining on relations are superficial, everything feels empty, everything's meaningless. I must go higher in the head, up in the head, everything's meaningless. Because you have dissociated from meaning. You are split from the body. You left reality. So when you say, I need to connect to reality, you connect to reality. Meanwhile, you're further and further and further splitting from reality. So this is the brainwashing. It's a feedback loop. It's a self-perpetuating prophecy. This 5D, 3D game. So I'm saying all of this because, of course, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But I'm using this specific language because I need to shock you. I need to shock you just how absolutely mentally ill, how sad, really, sad. Very sad. If you have any friend who's like that, who's stuck in positive thinking, who's trying to suppress his feminine, this toxic masculine program of a tyrant, because of New Age, because of watching Ram Dass, Esther Hicks, Eckhart Tolle, the pain body. The body is pain. Yeah, the body is pain. So, the pain body is demonic. Yeah, you're demonic. The ego is demonic. Yeah, you're demonic. How demonic it is to claim that a part of you is wrong, is false. How demonic it is to suppress yourself and tell yourself, I do not accept this part of myself, I'm better than it. And that's exactly what your parents did to you, isn't it? When you were traumatized as a child. So whoever is going through this is just a try to trauma experience. Looping again as an adult, trying to find some kind of retreat in New Age teachings, the next ceremony, the next meditation. Yeah, then I'm going to come one step closer to bliss, one step closer to leaving my body into dying. Death cult. It's not just materialism. It's also the opposite. Polarity. Welcome to duality, right? The opposite of materialism is also a death cult. If you're striving to detach from everything, then death is the only thing you're going to get. The opposite of life is death. The opposite of material. Life is material. Your matter, your robot rotting body is material. The way I talk to you, the way I hold my voice to shock you, the language I use, it's all material. So you say, let me transcend this. So this arrogant person on the internet doesn't need to listen to him, right? Since he's in the lower realms, I'm in the higher. I'm the toxic masculine. I'm in control. I'm meditating. I'm blissful. I don't have to be angry. Don't have to be depressed, lonely. It's all an illusion. It's all Maya. It's all deceiving me. Yeah. Everything's deceiving you. Everything's deceiving. I'm deceiving you. Since why would I even talk to you? What do I care? Huh? To get your money? So you give me views? Oh, and I can claim, oh, I'm doing this to help you. Do I really give a shit about you? It's only for me, right? So I can tell you what I think because it's fun. I enjoy it. How about it's the creative experience and you get out of your head and start to look at life as the game it actually is and stop taking it so seriously that you're thinking you have to get out of it. Why do you have to leave? Oh, because it's miserable, the pain body. Eckhart Tolle told me. What a joke, really. Weakness. Yeah. Saturn is coming for those kinds of people. Pluto is coming. This is a video I'm making on the Sun Saturn conjunction. So whatever you're watching here is just my humble robot animal body channeling Saturn. Saturn is part of my career. It's part of my job. That's what I deal with. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know this is how I talk to people. Because not interested in any of these shadow dances. Not interested anymore in trying to get away from reality. I've been there for years. I've been in the New Age. I know what it's like. I know what you're thinking. I know how the person who is in that realm thinks. I know what's happening. I know how your body is creating this endorphins, this dopamine. When you go through a bliss meditation, when you go into the white light matrix, I know what it feels like, the sensations. It feels so great to just leave it all behind. But it's only a drug you're after. Again, you're in reactivity. Again, you're in the robot state. You're like a zombie seeking gratification. Drugs is what you're after. New Age is drugs. White light drugs. Meditation drugs. Ram does nobody drugs. Drugs? It's like smoking weed every day. I don't care about anything. I am beyond. Yeah. When you're up on the throne, and you're high horse, and you're claiming that everybody else is arrogant, that I'm arrogant, it feels very good, doesn't it? So blissful. But of course, the effects don't last. You have to do more. More ceremonies, more rituals. More Palo Santo, clean air, clean. Until I'm choking on the smoke. Need to meditate everything away until finally the dopamine rush goes down and you're realizing you're still in the same shit show that you've been in before. You just created a nice little facade around it, some rituals. You know who invented rituals? The reptilians. They love their rituals. You know the coronation, you put the crown on the king, the sword on the shoulder. These are rituals. To create a fantasy. It's about novelty. You're chasing novelty. Do you realize? New Age is about novelty. This is the noble hero's journey of the one who became nobody. So noble. Retarded. Psychotic. You're chasing a dead end. Fantasy. Oh, but I'm leaving Maya. You are still in Maya. Oh, you're thinking you can get out of this? Maybe the first step to get out of this is to realize you're in it. You're still in it, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. Me too. Whatever I tell you, whatever I do, I'm still in Maya. It's a movie. You think you have free will. You can freely choose whatever you want. You can, with nobody affecting you, me not being able to trigger you, me not being able to shock you. How you're free to have no reactions to any of the signals your body is telling you. You're delusional. You're absolutely delusional. You are like a reactive zombie monkey. completely tied to the needs of his organism. You're still trying to get out, or it's still suppressing, pushing down the feminine, saying, no, feminine, don't control me, I am beyond. And then you're literally singing Looney Tunes in the Looney Bin. You're in a cell. You're in a box, like boxed in, like in the mental asylum. You're grandiose. If you believe you have free will, you're grandiose. You're feminine. Your body, your Maya, your conditioning, people around you, the world, it's all in you. You can't just say, no, I'm separate from that. I don't get influenced by any of that. I don't ever get triggered. I don't ever get angry. I don't ever get unhappy. I don't desire anything. Delusional. Stop it. It needs to stop. So everybody who's thinking they have free will is just grandiose. I don't have free will. It's ridiculous. I'm completely subject to my conditioning. Everything that ever happened to me is dictating the personality you see in this moment. All this personality, it's a reaction of an adaptation to the environment. Oh no, you're so scientific. You're so non-spiritual. It's very spiritual. It's very spiritual to be scientific, to be detached, to be critical thinking, to be like, I'm not really as great as I thought I am. This is just a monkey. This is how it works. It's just a mechanical thing, really. Just like a program. I'm just like a mechanic. You go into your brain and I tell you, yeah, this is why you're reacting like this. Ah, yes, I can see. This is cause and effect. This is karma, right? You are karma. You're breathing karma. So you're Saturn, reality, still in control. Oh, no. Nobody controls me. Nothing. I am not a puppet at all. I make my own decisions. I made this myself free. Nobody influenced me. Nobody inspired me. Nobody gave me an idea. Nobody made me feel anything that could possibly influence any of my decisions. No. I am psychotic and grandiose. I'm narcissistic. It's very narcissistic, yeah, to believe you have free will. You're mentally ill if you believe you have free will. You have a problem, yeah. Needs help. I'm sorry, but if you go on psychedelics and you have a weak ego, it's going to show you. It's going to show you just how free you really are. Let's show you your boxes, how you created this construct. Oh, this is my freedom, the personality, the identity construct. This is false. So what are you really, what is your foundation built on? Freedom? Certainly not. It's not built on freedom, your personality. It's based on the past. The past creates and recreates, and then we have different reactions because finally you're realizing, I guess I wasn't as smart as I thought I am. Maybe this guy on the internet has something useful to say for me. So I can stop lying to myself, really. It's alright. Just be honest. But that's difficult, to be honest with you, if you're not aware of your own dishonesty. If you're not even aware that you're lying. How to deal with that? Yeah, when sometimes a trickster, a bit of shocking you, out of your delusion has to come along, get you off of your high horse. I am free. High horse, grandiose. You don't need to be grandiose to be grounded in reality, to be stable. You can be aware of the ties you have, the attachments you have. You can accept yourself as you are. That's to have a healthy identity. Accept yourself. Those who don't accept themselves are doomed to fail. To believe you can somehow be anything else than what you are. If you don't even know what you are, then of course You have an identity disorder. Everybody is an identity disorder. I have an identity disorder. I don't know who I am, what I am. I know I am a puppet by God created in this movie, this script, and then maybe if I die and I'm lucky enough, I can have some other stories to play. So when I came in here, I forget everything, give me the amnesia, give me this mentally ill parents so I can learn how to deal with mental illness. So I can learn exactly what mental illness looks like. Growing up in a mental asylum, with a mother who gave me away at age 8, never saw my mother since then. My father being completely absent, and just the only time he came home from work, he would tell me just how much of a piece of shit I am. So who's to support my ego? Who's to support my grandiosity? Nobody. Only mental illness, depravity, rot is what I've learned in my childhood. For what? For nothing? To be a victim to no suffering, no miserable Maya. I hated Maya. You think I'm like that, Maya? No. I know exactly. Okay, learning the shit show. How to deal with it. Okay, I'm forced to deal with it. Thank God you get sick. Thank God your parent is mentally ill. Now you can learn. Now you can learn how to be a real person, to have some kind of understanding, to help others. It's not for others, for you. It's only about you. To forget others. Oh yeah, I'm going to serve them, help them. Help yourself. Yeah, and then maybe you can be of help for others if you're lucky. Maybe you're put in a circumstance where somebody needs you at the right time. Oh, and how did you get there? Oh, by my free will. I knew exactly when to get into the situation with the right person, to give him the right help, with all my past experiences to back me up. I have decided all of that. Maybe before you came here, maybe you made a contract with somebody, sure. But now you're doing everything freely, consciously. You're only free if you're aware. That's the only freedom that you have, really, is awareness. So by saying everything's under my control, grandiose, narcissistic, pathological, psychotic, mentally deranged, all of these words you have to use because it's the reality of a depravity. How miserable does a person have to be that they need to believe in their complete and total power? How powerless does a person have to be to believe they need that kind of power in the first place? Those who believe they have free will, they're quite the powerless people. Yeah, because you have to believe you're quite powerless. You have to be quite scared. Oh no, I don't want to be powerless. Oh no, that means you are. The more scared of powerlessness you are, the more powerless you actually are. Funny, huh? Because I'm not scared of being powerless. Okay, so I'm powerless. So what? Let me go through that door. And then it's not so bad. And then I can see, okay, what power is real? What can I really control? Because I'm always in control, everything's blissful, everything's perfect, everything's positive. I just need to think it and it will be done. Grandiosity, narcissism, that's all. So when you go around and you keep calling me arrogant, you can do that, yes, if it makes you feel better. After all, that's all you chase, right? Good feelings. Good feelings is all you're after. A robot, again, a zombie. So what to do? Can you stop chasing those good feelings like a drug addict? Yes, you can. Yeah, people stop taking drugs all the time. It's possible to stop being an addict. It's possible. I left the new age. So anybody can. So this video maybe can help you a little bit to, if you ever get stuck there again, snap you out of it in an instant. Just like that, because it's simple. It's easy to snap you out. It's not that difficult to understand that this is delusional. Really not difficult. So if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe. If you're interested in my services, whether it's my astrology readings one-on-one or my somatic experiencing, my somatic embodiment work, where I go deep into your body to see just what is repressed there, get it out, de-armor you, get out of the box. Yeah, whatever you're dealing with, whatever suffering, loneliness, depression, anger issues, all of it can be resolved only through the body. Reality. It's right here. Not in the head. So if you're interested, of course, with compassion and empathy and understanding, because I know it's a shit show, I will be there for you to help you. So you can reach me through email or messenger on Facebook at any given time. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video.